All right, guys. Excuse me. All right, guys. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Got some interesting stuff to look at right now. What's up, the Honorable Mikey? Trip is fantastic so far. It's been great. A lot of fun. Let's see. In 3 minutes. Let's post on Twitter here. So yeah. What's up, Tim? 15 people, 2 likes, guys. What's happening here? Let's get a few more in. It's a Friday. Just another minute, guys. We'll get into it. Let's do a poll. Bitcoin hit 17K by next week. By the end of next week. Let's see what you guys think. And by the way, guys, starting October 1st, the live streams will be moving over to Twitch. And I can have people call in, which will be a lot of fun. So, yeah. About 30 seconds to go. And guys, smash the like button if you enjoyed the content. Hopefully the stream is working well. Okay, 67% say yes, probably 3 votes. Yeah, 3 votes. So yeah. All right, guys, let's get started here. Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Let's get right into the analysis. Smash the like button if you guys enjoy the content and check out my link to BITGET down below. All right, so, it's overall, let's be objective here. I think overall things look pretty bearish. There is the main hope we talked about yesterday, the 3-week green dot and Heiken's confirmed in regular candles, but could roll over. Definitely could roll over with everything going on. You still got 9 days for this to confirm. That's a long time. A lot could happen in 9 days. If we really crash down below, below, I'd say 18K, this could go away. Hard to say exactly where it would go away, but 17.5 below there. I think if we test 17K, this is going to go away. Monthly is still curving up. It could be a while before you finally get that green dot. That might be what we're looking for the market cycle bottom. It could even be the first time where the monthly, green dot doesn't give us what we're looking for. The thing, though, if you compare this to the Nasdaq after the dot-com bubble, we're getting kind of close to where money flow was at the dot-com bubble. I think it was around 9 or 10 or something. So it would give us a case to bottom out within, by November, December, something like that, within the next few months. So that's a strong case. Maybe we come down to, 12K, 13K, then there's your bottom. Could be big possibility that could happen. Looking at some of these time frames, the 2-week, actually I want to look at the 16-day. This is really what we got to hope for the bullish case happens. We got to hope this does not print a red dot and just rolls over. That would be first time ever that the green dot, the deep anchor wave on the 16-day did not give us the bottom. It could, what I'm kind of hoping for, not too optimistic obviously, but what I'm hoping for is it's like here, see, almost rolled over, got a red dot, and then came right back up, so then you were okay, you were home free. This could be different though. If you look at your 10-day, And by the way, I've been having a lot of success in the Discord lately. 2 shorts yesterday on Bitcoin. Both were big wins yesterday. So if you're interested, wait till the 1st of October to check it out. But check that out. Link in the description below for the Discord, because you will get double charged. That's how Patreon works. But yeah, really great community. And VWAP curving down. About to print a red dot right here on the 10-day. So that's, that's where it gets a little hazy. It looks almost like, kind of this red dot. More so, a lot more so, the red dot really in 2014. This is one of the time frames that if you compare it to 2017, you almost look like we bottomed. Thing is, this green dot still happened while we were in the green. This one you had to get in the red, so maybe the one after this, you roll over, you crash down a bit more, then the next green dot, you get a bullish div here. That could be your bottom. That's what I'm thinking. Green dot right here, that's like what we talked about. And then this one. So looks a little bit more like this one. See, this red dot kind of, you got the green dot, then you got a red dot, bam, it came right down. So if it does play out like this, which it could, that's 57% down. That was a different time in 2015. Maybe it's, 57% would be 8K. That's really bad. Let's say it's 40. It's about 10%. That's 12K. That's your case for 12K. That's a big area. So that's where I'm looking at. I think that's more likely. I don't think it's very likely we go under 10K, at least not for a significant amount of time. A bounce off a 9K, sure, and then you're right above 10K. I think that's possible. But going under 10K, staying under 10K for a while, I don't think that is very likely. I think that's very unlikely. Yellow X in the weekly. These are kind of a double-edged sword a little bit, especially on the, what time frame was it? I believe the 9-day. Yeah, they're kind of a double-edged sword, because when you see these ones kind of, it was after we bottomed out, so they are typically very bearish, but in 2015 they weren't. So we got to worry about, maybe it's kind of, just going to play out more bearish. They're printing everywhere now, 7-day, the weekly is confirmed in 2 days. So I feel like it kind of nullifies, kind of cancels out the bullish div right here. And the weekly is one of those time frames. People would say the weekly, the deep anchor wave is a bottom signal, and it definitely can be, but you're not that deep in the red. The money flow, I feel like, is a little bit more powerful. You want to be deeper in the red before we bottom. This is why we want to wait for possibly the next green dot here in the weekly. And if you're somebody who's trying to go in for long term, not financial advice, but I would wait till this 3-week confirms in 9 days, because if you look historically here, see, you wouldn't have missed much here if you waited till it confirms, and you would have got an even better price point here if you waited till it confirms and got in around 240 bucks. So that's going to be huge. So yeah. And then some of your lower time frames here. The main thing we're looking at here is kind of head and shoulders. Your technical target for this head and shoulders, well, it's going to be 15K. We talked about that the other day. 15K is a, pretty big point, obviously, because that's, if you zoom out here, 15K over here, or no, not over here. Here, you got something here. I feel like 14, 15K will give you something. You do have your 400 weekly moving average at 14K. That's a big area. And moving down to the daily here, curving up on the daily, you were printing a bullish div in the daily, went away. That's why it's important to wait for these things to confirm. I think we could just roll over here, and I think the bearish things in the higher time frames, especially this yellow X here, may kind of cancel out that daily bullish div that was forming. Usually after you get the 5 VLXs, see, you get the 5 VLXs, usually you have another leg down. That leg down could be, somewhere around here. This is basically your 300 weekly moving average, 17K. I think that's a big point to look at, definitely for a scalp along here, and to take profits on shorts, kind of on everything, all coins included when it hits this point. Obviously not financial advice, but that's kind of how I'm navigating the market right now. This month has been a very good trading month, guys. Like, this month has been a very, very easy month to navigate this market. We'll see if October is as easy to navigate the market, but this has been a very good trading month for me, especially. Had a really high success rate in the Discord this month. So yeah, and Blood Diamond on your, I believe it's confirmed the 6-hour, 5-hour as well. I'm thinking about possibly adding to my short. If we do, is there anything around here? Maybe if we come up a little bit higher, maybe 19K, or just chill in the shorts for the weekend. It would be a risk-free trade if I add to it. And guys, I mean, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays are typically the hardest days to trade. So yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just enjoy my vacation, just chill in the shorts for now, see what happens. A lot of them are locked in with profits. And if you kind of break out of this diamond pattern or whatever, it would give you a technical target around the 17K area. So that's going to be big if you break down from there. Let's look at the chat really quick, make sure everything's doing well. How's the climate in San Jose? Juan Ramirez, what's up, man? It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I do like it. It gets a little dark a little bit earlier than I would like it to. It gets light a little bit. They should move it's 2 hours behind Eastern time, but they should just do it as Eastern time. So it would get dark at 7 p.m. We get light at 7 a.m. But yeah. All right, let's move on to Ethereum here, which looks, has looked more bearish and continues to look more bearish. So the 16-day, that's the first time frame I want to show you guys. 12 days printing, all these 10, 12-day look pretty bad in terms of money flow curvature and red dots. 16 days is what we got to pay attention to a lot in here, like I said on Bitcoin, because this is the time frame that gave us the bottom here. Now, it was printing for a little bit a red dot yesterday. I think it will come back. I think this red dot will come back, and I think it's likely we will roll over. We may be able to confirm the red dot here, at least some regular candles for this 16-day on Ethereum, proving that this which would probably lead a catalyst down to show that this was not the market cycle bottom. And let's see here, in terms of your weekly, what we want to look for, just like Bitcoin, deeper money flow in the red, a little bit deeper than where we are right now. Because if you look at here, you got close to it there, but you weren't quite, you know what I mean? You weren't quite where we wanted to be in terms of money flow to really bottom out here. So we want to come probably a little bit deeper, and that could happen in November. Yeah, I could see November being a good bottom. So yeah. And if we look at, there's a few other time frames I want to show you guys. Yeah, the 10-day, obviously, this is probably the worst time frame for ETH. This looks as bad as possible, confirms in 4 days. Unless something crazy happens, this will confirm. Possibly like Bitcoin, the next green dot, if this happens in November, that could be the bottom. I think November could definitely be the bottom in this market cycle. I think that's kind of like what people talk about when the Fed starts to pivot. I mean, it's hard to say. They're really hawkish right now. If things start to get ugly with unemployment, if that starts to go back up, they probably will pivot, which what it seems like, and that may happen in November. November, I feel like a lot of things will happen, especially with midterms, so it'll be very interesting to see. In terms of your daily, not a bullish div kind of forming, so a little bit more bearish for ETH and money flow coming out, so I would still not give that much credence in terms of bullish case, just be more bearish. ELX is confirming all over. ELX is ever blood diamond confirmed in 5 hours. So generally, I think more likely than not, we're going to end up at this area faster than before we end up at this area. These areas are going to be big. I think if we lose the general 1,000 area, then you're going to end up going to at least 600, 500, those areas. 30-minute curving down here. 30-minute looks pretty bad. That combined with the 8-hour come down, possibly a good short entry, not financial advice, but possibly a good short entry here to try to get down to this area. I'm already in an ETH swing short with the profits locked in and added to that short, so I'm not gonna, I don't have any reason to open a fresh short right now, especially on a Friday, but if you're into that, I don't think it's a bad idea. Never financial advice though. And let's see the chat here. Okay, 17 likes, guys, smash the like button. If you have a question, let me know. How's the connection? Looks pretty good. So that was Bitcoin, that was Ethereum, and most of you guys are still bearish. Yeah, and let's see. So that was ETH. S&P 500, let's see how that's doing right now. So, you're making lower lows. You may get a little bit of relief pretty soon though, this double bottom, or you're just gonna crash through. Stock market in general is not has looked probably as bad as possible. I've kind of accurately mapped this out pretty well with this blood diamond in terms of going short on this. Well, really the Nasdaq, that's the main one. The SQQQ I've been going short on. We've looked at a lot. Looked at that a lot. I think of a wheat long commodities, going long on wheat. That was another trade in the Discord. So September has been an incredible month of trading, just an incredible month so far. Hopefully it stays like that in October. But yeah, don't get too greedy, never get too cocky. But yeah, this looks, very bad. What I think, I mean, you're probably going to end up going into the, like we're saying, a recession, going into the green on the 2-week. And then you kind of get your capitulation, probably the same as what we saw, over here. You had a little leg up in 01, but yeah. Typically 2-week in the red, though, historically is a very good time to get in. Yeah, very good time to start getting in. That's typically when the capitulation happens, though. It's kind of like when the 2-week gets into the red. Yeah, when the 2-week gets into the red, and then, well, that green dot didn't work too. And then you get a deep anchor wave. That may be a good strategy. Let's see here. 2-week gets in the red, and then you start to get, well, not really there. Well, no, it wasn't in the red. That one wasn't the worst place to get in, but then these blood diamonds. Market Cypher did pretty well here because you got the double blood diamonds. You had some time to get out. And, yeah, I mean, and then here, this area, wait for probably, that's not a bullish div, wait for a bullish div. That's, yeah, when your 2-week goes into the red. So when would this happen? June 2023, when we really bottom out with S&P 500. Now, what could happen is crypto could bottom out. What some people think. There are some smart people who think that crypto could bottom out before the SPY. And I could see crypto bottoming out, say November, maybe even October, at 13, 12K for Bitcoin, and then the SPY continuing to come down, and Bitcoin's kind of in its own ballpark. I could definitely see that happening. Will it happen? Almost too good to be true, but I think it can. So yeah, that's that. And let's look at the Nasdaq. So the first thing I want to show you guys on the Nasdaq, because we're approaching that territory in terms of money flow. Your bottom at the .com bubble was approximately 9. We're at 15 now in terms of the level of money flow. So it would be the case where we're kind of, right here with it. We're right here. So June to, you got a few more months basically. June to, you bottom out in October essentially. But, end of year essentially is where a few months from now, early next year, end of year is where you bottom out based on this. And that would bring you down maybe another, if Bitcoin is like this, is bring you down another 30%, which is not entirely that bad. That's probably 13K from where we are right now. If we're at 20K down 30% is, I believe, trying to do basic math here. I think it's like 13, 14K or something. Probably 12K. So that is a big possibility compared to this. Now, Nasdaq looks pretty similar to that .com bubble. If it's like this, I could definitely see you doing another, maybe, another 40 to 50% down. Things do tend to come back, many years, 4 years. I don't think you'll come back to 2015, but things do tend to come back in time in recessions, 4 or 5 years, maybe even more. I mean, here came back all the way to, that was 5 years. That could happen. Recession, this came back all the way to, that was 5 years. That's the typical pattern. We come back 5 years, you're back to 2018, essentially. That's going to be a big place, this place right here. I mean, I would be looking at my buddy TQQQ right here if we do go down that low. And that would be, that would be around these points for the TQQQ probably. Maybe even more. This is leverage funds. I don't know exactly how this works, but yeah. Making lower lows. Yeah, Nasdaq. Yep. But I'm in this fund. This is what I'm in right now. And like CryptoFace has said on some of his live streams, in these bear markets, the only things that tend to go up are things people are too afraid to buy. These guys. And you got your green dot on the 2-week. You got green dot on the monthly. This is the highest green dot we've ever seen on the monthly. And nobody wants to buy something that's down 100%. But where else can it go when it's down 100%? Nowhere except up, usually. Or it could just keep going down. But yeah, go right back around. Doing well with this. And yeah, let's get the chat. Is my thing not? Guys, please engage. Slow turnout today. Guys, smash the like button. Please engage. look at what Bitcoin's doing at the moment. Yep, not too good, not too good. I feel like this could be a bloody weekend because we saw the last 2 weekends, I believe, were bullish, so we're due for a bearish weekend. I almost want to add to my Bitcoin short. Let me pull you guys on that. What do you guys think? Should I add to my Bitcoin short on Bybit right now? And guys, by the way, trying to show Bybit, so check out the link in the description below. I negotiated a special promo for just you guys. It's really good. You do not have to deposit a lot of money to get the promo. Link in the description below. And if you already have an account, you can create a new one. And also 0 spot trading fees. So if you're just trying to buy Bitcoin long term, which I personally am not doing right now, but never financial advice, pretty good for that. Yep, Dr. Spluters MD. Yep. We'll be quiet about that. What do you think about ISO 20? I think XRP is probably going to most likely dump rather than go up with the lawsuit or whatever happens. I don't follow it enough. You guys probably, know more about this than I do, but it is, it is breaking out of this wedge for the past 2 years, but I don't know. I think it could be a fake out, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not messing with this right now, but you guys know more about XRP than I do. I think a lot of you guys do. I'm not the biggest. I'm too young for XRP. I wasn't as active in the last bull run. I'm more of a Cardano. Like Cardano is like my XRP. But yeah. And let's see. Let's look at a couple of alts. People with the news, sell the news for Cardano. People have been talking about. I was almost running out of shorts to wear yesterday, so I didn't go short on this. But yeah, I mean, I could see why you guys think it's a good idea. I think you ultimately would end up, between 10 to 20 cents for this probably. And yeah, it probably does not look like the worst time to probably enter a short on this. I have quite a few altcoin shorts in right now. I feel like this one's doing the worst, Dogecoin. I mean, the worst is in like it's actually coming up while I'm trying to short it, but I think it's a little fluke. I think we're just going to roll back around. So yeah, I mean, you confirm that 3-week green dot here. I don't think it means too much, but we'll see. And then Solana, I feel like this one could crash harder because just the hype. I feel like there's still a lot of like shaky hands holding this. And you're getting the yellow X's like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Your next big place is going to be like $15 for this. So I think we could be headed there relatively soon. I don't think you'll buy. I think you're going to come kind of like this. If we bottom out in November, something like this. You know what I mean? Then when you get deep into the red on the weekly, that's where you want to look. That's where you want to look. And if we look at Bitcoin dominance right now, it obviously, let's see, actually our weekly here. I mean, I think it's just a matter of time before we continue to come up with this as everything falls down. I think that's what we'll see ultimately here. It's really lagged a lot, but it's hitting such major support. So I think if you're going to be going on long on anything right now, it should be Bitcoin. Not financial advice as always. But yeah, anything could happen. Gold is the same. I'm not going to spend a real long time on this. I mean, gold is the same. I think it could go down to 14, 1500, but I think it will bottom out before the stock market, and 14, 1500 is a really good place to look. Same for silver, down another 20, 30% possibly. It's possibly could have bottomed here, but I kind of feel like you're going to come back to $15 one more time. Silver is pretty volatile because if everything dumps, this probably will dump as well. So yeah. This is one of the commodities I really like. Wheat, it's kind of under the radar. Been long in this for a long time. Kind of since these areas, $8 or it's not that volatile, but well, no, we're up a good 10% with it. It's not too bad, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I do think if the Fed starts pivoting in a few months or something early next year, these commodities will start to come up some more too. So yeah, let's look at the chat. Probably lots of order weight in 13K. Yeah, yeah. We looked at ADA, Chris Bird. I'll look at DOT. Sure, I've not looked at DOT in a half a minute. Let's take a quick look at DOT. And yeah, I mean, you're hitting kind of this point. It's kind of like the 17K with Bitcoin, that big area that we just need to keep. But it don't look like we're going to keep it, in my opinion. I think ultimately what you want to look for a bottom is to come back deep into the red here. And then everything's pointing to November for me, kind of. Everything's pointing to November. And then maybe, yeah, these could come down a lot more, guys. These people, they were laughing at me. They were spitting at me when I said these could come down. But yeah, could come down to, ooh, I don't know that low, but yeah, could $3, maybe even lower. Blood diamond, 6 hour confirmed. Yeah. Let's look at like I don't know, dot ETH, because I feel like this is one of the ones that just keeps bleeding against ETH. Yeah. You do have those bullish dips forming. There are some signs of hope. There's some signs of hope that we've already bottomed out, but I don't know. I'm not really seeing it. Oh, what'd you guys say for the pulse? Yeah, 76% say yes. Today for the Bitcoin price, and yes. Yeah, it's a interesting time. Interesting time. Dixie, I mean, this is where kind of, crap hits the fan. Shit, it's the fan when this comes above. This is a high place for the Dixie. I mean, I think you gotta start getting a little choppier. You know what I mean? Like a little bit choppier with this. But I don't. This is kind of like, this is why, I know why people thought the 80s was going to be a depression because of this, obviously, because that's what you see in depressions. But if we actually go into a depression here, it'd probably go even higher. But realistically, you're probably going to bounce around. You're probably going to hit some resistance here or bounce around at these points, you know what I mean? But yeah, crazy though. This, yeah, some people are kind of saying this looks a little bottomy. Oh my God, wow. Back to what it was in 02. What is this down from? 40 per, wow. That's wild. Down 20, yeah, so your money goes, everything's 20% cheaper in Europe, but there's still inflation, so it's not, yeah, that's why everybody's going to Europe, because it's probably so cheap now. Can't be as cheap as, well, the country I'm in, Costa Rica. Yeah, I mean, that's probably even down. Yeah, just down even more. Well, the data doesn't go back very far in this, but yeah. Yeah, about the same. Real estate. This looks so bad in the monthly. Main narrative, not going to be as bad as 08. That means it's going to be even worse. Yeah. Next big place is probably this area. Let's see what's happening right now. Yeah, it keeps coming down. Good. I want to buy a place. I think 2023 ultimately for probably everything will be that, generational kind of opportunity to get into, whether it be real estate, whether it be the S&P 500, the Nasdaq even. It'll probably be that generational opportunity. The thing is, gold and silver's historically does outperform everything for the next 5 to 10 years after. So you gotta look at that too. Excuse me. But yeah, this weekly here, I think ultimately what you want to see is at least a weekly to cross into the red before you even want to think about buying real estate or investing in real estate. That's what I would say. Because the narrative. Okay, let's say the masses are completely right on this. They're saying it's not as bad as 08, but it'll still come down a bit. It's 44% down from the high, essentially. It would probably be 44% down from here or something. So, ooh, that's rough. It probably would go to COVID lows, maybe. I mean, things go back in time, guys. 18, yeah, if it's like here's the big point. I think it's going to go lower than that. I think probably best case scenario seems like this 68 or something. This isn't completely representative of actual like housing prices though, so you got to be careful, and it's different in different areas, you know. But yeah. Okay, CF says probably going off 130, 150. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, he's gotten it. CF has gotten it right the vast majority of the time. He made his money. He sold at the top, 65K. I don't know exactly where he got out. He shorted that, made $1 million in 12 hours. That was insane. I remember watching that. That was one of the most insane things I've seen in my $1 million in 12 hours. And yeah, and let's look at what he thinks 130, 150. Yeah. Let's see what did it get up to in the 80s? Not that high, but yeah, those areas. June 2023, I feel like if it does go up to those areas, yeah, and then I feel like mid 2023, that'll be your real good opportunity to get into kind of anything. Let's just look at the other thing. You know, if you've been watching my live streams, watching my analysis, you've seen me look at this a million times. But gold SPX on the monthly, I've started here. You know what I mean? 01, 69. You know, kind of looks the same. I feel like it's gonna really start to outperform the S&P 500. But really, the better thing to probably get into is obviously silver XPX. Yeah, this guy right here. That same point, see right there? Ooh, same area too, like hitting that same resistance against the S&P 500. I don't know, it's pretty convincing to me, guys. It kind of does, so let's look at like the 3 month, it probably does trend down over, yeah. That's kind of the issue with it, it does trend down, like even since 1919 does ultimately trend down. Really, well, since 1980 has trended down. Nice double bottom pattern here. I think so. Or it's just, or it's just like that. I think it's gonna come back up a bit though. That's the thing too. If this doesn't do well, everyone's wrong. You know, if this does bad and crypto's bad, does bad. Peter's just wrong. Everybody's wrong. Everybody except Warren Buffett, really. But he thinks it's gonna. Even Warren Buffett thinks it's gonna go down too. How's his Oxy doing? Coming down a little bit. Yeah. That thing really pumped in. How is oil? Oil hitting some big points right here. Yeah, it doesn't look too good. I think we're going to come down even more here. Nice BD. Yeah. All right, guys, smash the like button. Also, check out my link to BITGET down below. Negotiate a really good promo for you guys. If you already have an account, you create a new one. 0 spot trading fees. If you just deposit a little bit and trade, you could get a nice bonus. So yeah, check it out. Link down below. Let's see. This looks bullish, I believe. And yeah. It's not gonna bleed against the SPY is gonna outperform the Nasdaq, yeah. I forget like how this looks. First time in the green. I don't know, man. It's not good. It's not the best thing. How's that pound doing? Oh man. What is this down just in the past? Yeah, since 2014 down 30. Ooh. Yeah, this might be time to go to London. Yeah. They're getting clobbered. Well, they could obviously put their money into stable coins, or a lot of you guys are from these places. I mean, but in terms of just money in a bank account, pounds in a bank account, pounds. Tesla. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, looks better in a lot of other things, surprisingly, but maybe it'll hold up kind of well in the recession, but I still think you're going to come down a good amount. Probably this point, at least like 160 or something. Apple, I've been short on for half a minute now. Coming down even more. Yep, we're about to hit that first target right there for Apple. Blood diamond. I mean, Apple's like getting desperate now. If you saw that Crypto Face was talking about it the other day, yesterday, I think the article, it's like the new Apple ear pods are worth the $200 or $300 or whatever, even if you have the old ones. Yeah, that's not a paid article. Yeah, they're getting a little desperate. Eve Jobs making fun of Apple. New iPhone don't have anything new. Apple is done. Apple is done. Yeah. Apple is done. Let's see here. Optimist sees triple bottom. What else do we want to look at? Somebody asked me about Netflix the other day. We looked at it briefly, but the main thing for this that I would be really looking to get in is probably the 2-week to the 16-day going into the red. This might be your good point because this was kind of. Wait, what? Yeah, this did mark your bottom there. Netflix was weird in the recession, but when this goes into the red, which could be mid next year, that's what it seems like the bottom could be mid next year, really. And if we kind of repeat, you'd probably, I'd say you come down another 50-something% from here, maybe. Right there is going to be, back 7 years, $92. $92, what would the market cap be? Yeah, $50 billion market cap. What would that be down from the, down to 86%? Yeah, that would be a good place. That's where I would be looking. A lot of this stuff seems like mid-2023. Bottom. Let's see, Amazon. Yeah, it does not. That looks awful on the 10-day. This looks like a real, I mean, because you're probably gonna, like, what was the trajectory, kind of like net from here to there, another 30, if you come down another 33% right there, that's probably your best case scenario, I feel like, is down like 56%. You're coming, what do I do? Coming back essentially like 2 years, really, well, coming back, the 4 years, 5 years. That's probably your best case scenario in my opinion. I mean, I feel like a lot of people bought around, 150. They'll lose 40%, yeah. Amazon, let's see what else there is. This one should be a bloodbath as well. Yep, making lower lows. That monthly on this. Ooh, that monthly. Oh, that monthly. I don't know. I feel like the best case scenario for a lot of these is back to, that's only 2 years back. I feel like it's got to go lower than that. Probably here, really. Maybe even, this could be a real bloodbath, I feel like. especially with like Bill Gates's persona. Just, I mean, he's not the CEO I know anymore, but obviously with his persona and everything. 2019, 2018, yeah. Down 70% would be wild. Who would hold up the best during this? I mean, I feel like Alphabet maybe would. That's looking so bad too. A weekly bloody end, already down 30. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, that's 16 or 10 day, excuse me. Look how those money flow across. Ooh, it's never really happened before. 04. Yeah, it's never happened. Everything's got to come down at some point. You come back to 2018, you're looking at 60% down, essentially. 60%. And that would be, yeah, I mean, early to mid 2023 for a bottom for some of these. I feel like Amazon and Google and Microsoft are going to kill the most. Apple's going to get killed. I feel like Tesla may hold up a little bit better and some other things. I don't know really why though. Just maybe because the government regulations, everybody's against the gas cars, and it's Elon Musk. I mean, he's always got tricks up his sleeve. I feel like Elon's going to buy back Bitcoin at the bottom. Oh, everybody's going to hate him so much for that. Like, just imagine, it goes to 13K and he buys all back what he sold. Oh, man. That would be some manipulation. That would probably make it the bottom, too, no matter what happens with the stock market. What do you guys think of that? Do you think that's possible, or am I just... let's see. What's up, Akul? How you doing, buddy? My thoughts, Dixie goes up all weekend. S&P opens at a lower low Monday. AM markets freak out. So lower. Delta 9, yeah, I'm thinking that. It could take a little longer, though. Yeah, I think we will probably go up in all likelihood Delta 9. It's a Friday. Last 2 weekends they were bullish, I believe. This weekend, I think we're due to be bearish. I think Akul thinks something different. What do you think? I think it's a good time to start a little long position. Time to book profits on short. I locked in profits on my shorts, yeah. At least 22K, okay. So Akul thinks more sideways. So he's trading with the trend, which has just been sideways for the past 20 years now. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna head down. It seems like, but I do think there is a possibility for a bounce. Maybe we get that bounce like Monday, Tuesday. 22K is a stretch. That would be wild, but it's possible. Get out of the shorts, then come down. It's how price moves. There's a lot of volatility. Nothing goes straight up or straight down usually. But yeah. Atom is one of the ones that I've been short on, doing well so far. What I really like here, split RSI is curving down. That what is the 16-hour? These are very bearish. The money flow crossovers there. Fine. Yeah. So yeah. So y'all feel that we will break out of the yeah. I don't. Some people do though. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here, by the way. Blood Diamond, our 5 hour on Atom. Let's see. I mean, what else is there to... What? Oh, yeah. Let's look at this stuff that crashed. Yeah, this was... Those are 2 week. This was interesting. I forgot what... Yeah, because of Corona, right? This was maybe... This is an interesting one. I don't know. This does not trend up with time. Well, yeah, I don't know what to make of this. It's a weird thing. I don't know. It does not look good in the weekly. That's what I will say. Like everything else, deep money flow, mid-2023, maybe a bottom. If it is mid-2023, that'd be a year and a half to bottom out from the top. That is pretty typical of a lot of recessions. That'd probably be more of a mild recession even, I would say. We're not used to things just gradually, slowly coming down for extended periods of time, though. So yeah, let's see. FedEx, this is, yeah. You're already back to 2020. 20. You're back to 2015. We're at the bottom at 11. I feel like this one could play out worse, yeah. Monthly don't look too good. I mean, if it repeats this, then it'll come up, but yeah. It keeps bleeding here. This guy. I mean, in terms of money flow, it don't look too bad, but yeah, I don't think. I think we're going bankrupt here. The LX going down to oblivion, maybe. Meme stocks, I think, are officially done. Yeah, I think these double blood diamonds will give us the last of, really wash this away. I think you're coming back to $5 relatively soon, by the end of the year even. I feel like this could really bleed out, especially as things get rough. Same with AMC. This has kind of already seen reality a little bit, though. I think you're heading all the way back down. It's interesting, like the boomers buy AMC because they think it could actually come back and there's good fundamentals. The meme stock people buy AMC to gamble. It's interesting. I know somebody who's older that thinks there's good. The AMC's coming back on fundamentals. It's coming back. It's coming back. Dow looks bad. I think on the real high time frames, these look awful. Yeah, you did get the green dot right after. Actually, what is that on S&P 500? 6 month, I think, is the one we want to look at. 6 month looks, yeah, because this is all the data we have through history from the 1800s. And then the 6 month, you're getting like the biggest. Was this a bearish div right there? Yeah, it was. 57. You keep going up, but this one could be different. Imagine just Great Depression. You go all the way back to 71. Just imagine, that would be complete collapse of the American economy. It'd be completely over. The empire's over. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen. Yeah, thanks so much, RA. If we don't close the 2 day above, yep, it could be possible. Thoughts on ape? We could look at it. Okay, want to wait? Sure. Let's look at ape. Take a quick look at ape. I mean, I think down. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. It's kind of choppy, weird. I mean, I'm not seeing any reason that it would go up. I think down. Bullet bearish divs all over. Might be a good idea, Tim. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to get off now. Went over a lot today. I want you guys to check out my link to BITGET down below if you're experienced traders. Get the promo. And a really good promo down there. 0 spot trading fees as well. And also going to be going over to Twitch for the live streams October 1st. Please follow my Twitch. That's the second link in the description below. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a good one. Goodbye.